Bahala na hindi na makatapos. For this generation, wala na matapos na doktor pati engineer.
What will the students do between now and 2021? The learning must continue.
Kasi hindi na wala ng aral. Laro na lang.
Someone.
So ano po ang katanungan niyo?
So, how was your day?
It was very tiring
Why?
because of the online classes.
Oh.
There's so much workload and sometimes there is technical errors and it's a really big obstacle in education.
So, I made some questions. So, yeah, here's the first question. Is online class effective as face-to-face classes?
When it comes to education, I really think online class is just a substitute to face-to-face learning since we can't really achieve that right now because of the pandemic. I really think online classes has a lot of holes in its system. Like it's easy to cheat and it's hard to learn
Yes.
and it's very tiring.
Yes.
And not only that, there are many problems when people, especially young people,
Yes.
are exposed to too much technology
Yes.
and gamma ray.
Sige. Next question. What are the advantages of online learning?
So in this pandemic, we could see online learning as an advantage because we could learn from the safety of our home rather than being face to face with people during the time of social distancing and lockdown. So I really see this as a safe way of learning, and yeah, that's all.
Okay, how about the disadvantages?
Oh, there are a lot of disadvantages. I said some of them in the first question, and there are a lot of disadvantages, especially with the learning part, because many students are not easily adjusting to this new system
Yes.
since it's the first time
That's
the
true.
Philippines
Yeah.
ever did a lockdown, and many students are just not fast enough to adjust to this new environment, like monitors and then typing, and then nod notifications, like
Yes.
that,
Yes.
emails,
Yes.
that it's all on meeting.
Yeah.
And there are also disadvantages when it comes to requirements, but I really think that students should really have them already instead of complaining about it, because a lot of students encounter technical difficulties such as weak internet, the webcam not functioning well, or microphone.
Yeah.
And I really think if they encounter things like that and they can't learn really well in online learning, they should just find another alternative, because it's just more effective. Because if they stay in that kind of learning and can keep up with the requirements, then they will not learn at all. And the third disadvantage that I saw was between the schools, because sometimes the schools have the laggy internet. I think the schools should have took the responsibility of having. I mean, they gave the requirements. I think they should have it too. I think they should have better internet, better equipment, better teaching material, uh, even better than the students, because they're the ones that are in charge of teaching us. And if they can't teach us, then we can't learn. So I really think schools should fix their problems. Yeah, that's all.
Ulit. Third question. Which way of learning do you prefer? Modular or online class?
For me, I really prefer the interaction in online learning. But when it comes to the easier way of learning, I think a lot of students will agree on me on the modular skill, because yeah, in the modular, I think any human is capable of understanding something when you really try to understand it. Like if you read about it or research about it, I think you will understand it. Even if you go to modular and there's no teacher teaching you there. And when it comes to online, I really just it's because of my way. It's because of where I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with people telling me what to do or how to do it, instead of just reading it, because it's not that easy talaga. And that's where the two ends meet, I guess. So everyone would prefer online learning more if it was easier with the webcams and all that, all the technical stuff. If everyone was provided equal requirements or equipment, I think everyone would like it more in online. But since not everyone has it, some people get pressured because they get left behind while their other classmates are online. And my advice to those students is to just go to modular. You can't really do about anything if you're not willing to spend any money, and if you don't have any privileges to have that kind of education. I suggest you go find an alternative of learning. And when it comes to modular students, do your best.
Action. For the last question, are you in favor of academic freeze? Last na nga eh!
Huwag ka kasi yung napinog kang matatawa ka na.
Sige.
Hindi yung napinog na nakakatawa. Nagatawa ako sa'yo.
For the last question, are you in favor of academic freeze?
No, I am not in favor of academic fees. As a student and as a person, I really think I am privileged to have good connection, have the equipment, and um, have the determination to learn in this new, new normal. Uh, I really think people should complain less and start doing more because not all the time the world will really adjust for us. Many people have tried. They're making petitions, making hashtags, making social media noise. But I really think that there are not enough points that can support academic fees right now. Right now, I really think I support the DepEd's decision to still have education now. Uh, right now, I think it's just the students are being maarte or being very choosy with uh, having this kind of education. I mean, I know it's really hard. It's really hard. Even I have difficulties facing it, but not all the time you can have a really easy life. You really have to work hard. You really have to be mature and be dynamic because that's how the world works. And if you can't, then you'll just get left behind. So I really support how and I really love how the Philippines doesn't want to get left behind because other countries they're having their classes. Uh, Other countries they're having modular, they're having online, they're having other alternatives. Those COVID-free countries they're having I don't know maybe they're having face-to-face classes as the rumors say, but I think it's rumors. So yeah, but when the world is advancing and the Filipino people are still in academic fees, I think when the education is gone, the Filipinos will appreciate having this education rather than stopping this kind of education. And as our national hero said, uh, kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. And when you have a kabataan that na hindi mo maaasahan, I think that's really hard. Our job as a youth is to make the future. Our job as our job as the youth is to make the future uh, developed and great, I guess. And the job of this generation is to help us achieve our dreams and goals in life. I mean, it's not just the students that have a hard time. I think also the teachers have a hard time since it's a new normal. It's the first time the Philippines has really encountered this kind of um, experience. So I really think this would prepare us for future viruses or lockdown. And I really, I really don't support the academic fee. So yeah, that's all. Okay. So my final message to every student struggling is to stay strong and never give up because you will only fail if you give up and not everyone wants to fail. So always find your inspiration and strength and always have it by your side. Uh, because I believe that uh, through Christ that who strengthens me. Ay, bali. Tapos, because I believe that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's all. Shout out sa Montessori Children's Sounds of Learning. Ito nga pala, Montessori represent. It's 10 o'clock, hindi ko pa tinatanggal uniform ko.
Yes,